Alright folks, welcome to Tyro Fitness. Let's get right into it. Are you out there grinding, trying to shed some body fat, but you're sick of feeling like you're starving all the time? Or maybe you're looking at those supplement ads with all the crazy promises, the sketchy fat burners that are probably just a cocktail of stimulants and who knows what else. It's a wild world out there, man, and it's easy to get lost in the noise. You want real results, sustainable results, not some quick fix that messes with your system or just doesn't work. Today on Tyro Fitness, we're cutting through all that BS. We're revealing the top 5 fat-burning foods that are 100% backed by science. No hype, no fluff, just straight-up facts and things you can actually incorporate into your life. These aren't some exotic, impossible-to-find ingredients. These are powerful, natural foods that can genuinely make a difference. We're talking about stuff that can actually help your body become more efficient at burning fat. Think about it. What if you could tweak your diet? Just add a few key things and start seeing real changes. We're talking about improvements in your energy levels, a noticeable boost in your metabolism, and ultimately a shift in your body composition. It's not magic, it's science, and it's about working smarter, not just harder. So, stick around because we're about to dive deep into what these foods are and how they can help you on your journey. Alright, first up on our list, and this one's a classic for a reason, is green tea. Now I know what some of you might be thinking, green tea, really, Tyro? That's it? But hold on, man, don't underestimate the power of this ancient brew. This isn't just some flavored water, this stuff is packed with compounds that have some seriously interesting effects on your physiology, particularly when it comes to fat metabolism. The real magic in green tea comes from these things called catechins. They're a type of antioxidant, and one in particular, epigallocatechin gallate. Yeah, it's a mouthful, so we'll just call it EGCG, is a real powerhouse. Study after study has shown that EGCG can give your metabolism a legitimate, measurable boost. So how does it work? Well, EGCG seems to help inhibit an enzyme that breaks down norepinephrine. Norepinephrine is a hormone and neurotransmitter that signals your fat cells to break down fat. So if you have more norepinephrine hanging around for longer, your body gets a stronger, more sustained signal to tap into those fat stores for energy. Pretty cool, right? And it's not just about a general metabolic uptick. Green tea, specifically the EGCG in it, has been shown to naturally boost fat oxidation, especially during exercise. Think about that. You're already putting in the work, hitting the gym, going for a run, whatever your thing is. Drinking green tea beforehand could potentially help your body burn more fat while you're doing that activity. Plus, green tea contains a mild source of caffeine. Now, we all know caffeine can give you an energy jolt, but it also has thermogenic properties, meaning it can increase your body's heat production, and consequently your energy expenditure. Studies have indicated that regularly drinking about 2 to 3 cups of green tea per day can lead to an increased rate of fat burning. And here's something that gets a lot of people's attention. Some of this fat burning seems to be particularly effective around the belly area. The consistent daily intake seems to be key for reaping these longer-term metabolic benefits. It's about making it a regular part of your hydration and your daily ritual. So, if you're looking for a gentle, natural way to support your fat loss goals, green tea is definitely something to consider. It's hydrating, it's packed with antioxidants, and the science suggests it can genuinely help your body become better at burning fat. Next up, let's talk about adding a little spice to your life, and I mean that literally. We're talking about chili peppers and the active component in them that gives them their heat, capsaicin. This stuff is fascinating, man. It's what makes your mouth burn, your eyes water, and your forehead sweat when you bite into a particularly fiery pepper. But beyond the sensory experience, capsaicin has some pretty interesting effects on your metabolism and appetite. The primary way capsaicin is thought to help with fat burning is by increasing your body's heat production, a process called thermogenesis. When you eat something spicy, your body temperature can actually rise slightly. This increase in heat requires energy, and to produce that energy, your body has to burn more calories. It's like you're subtly stoking your internal furnace just by eating. It's not just a feeling of heat, it's a real physiological response. Your sympathetic nervous system gets activated, which can lead to an increase in metabolic rate. Another cool thing about capsaicin is its potential to suppress appetite. Some studies suggest that people who consume capsaicin tend to eat less at subsequent meals and may have fewer cravings, particularly for fatty, salty, or sweet foods. The mechanism behind the appetite suppression isn't fully understood, but it could be related to changes in gut hormones that signal fullness to the brain. or perhaps even the slight discomfort from the heat makes overeating less appealing. Capsaicin can also help you burn more calories after meals. This is tied into that thermogenic effect we talked about. The boost in metabolism isn't just a fleeting thing. It can persist for a period after you've finished eating, meaning you're getting a prolonged calorie-burning benefit. There's some solid research to back this up. For instance, a study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that consuming capsaicin could increase energy expenditure by up to 50 calories per day. Now I know what you're thinking. 50 calories? That's not much, Tyro. And you're right, on its own, it's not gonna make you shredded overnight. But here's the thing, it adds up. Think about it, 50 extra calories burned per day every day. Over a year, that's a significant amount, potentially equating to several pounds of fat loss just from incorporating some spice into your diet. Alright, let's move on to number 3, and this one is absolutely crucial, man. We're talking about high-protein foods, and a fantastic example of this is the good old egg. Protein is a macronutrient that plays so many vital roles in the body, but when it comes to fat loss and body composition, it's a real MVP. If you're serious about changing your physique, you need to be serious about your protein intake. One of the key reasons protein is so great for fat loss is something called TEF, which stands for the thermic effect of food. This is the amount of energy your body expends to digest, absorb, and process the nutrients in your food. And guess what? Protein has the highest TEF of all the macronutrients, carbohydrates, fats, and protein, significantly higher. Think about it this way. When you eat protein, your body has to work harder, burn more calories, just to break it down and use it. We're talking about 20 to 30% of the calories from protein being burned off during digestion. For carbs, it's more like 5 to 10%, and for fats, it's even lower, around 0 to 3%. So by shifting your calorie intake to include more protein, you're automatically increasing your daily calorie expenditure without even trying. But it's not just about TEF. Protein is absolutely essential for building and, just as importantly, preserving lean muscle mass. Why is lean muscle so important for fat loss? Because muscle is metabolically active tissue. The more muscle you have, the more calories your body burns at rest just to maintain itself. It's like upgrading your body's engine to a more powerful, more fuel-hungry one. When you're in a calorie deficit trying to lose fat, there's always a risk of losing muscle mass along with the fat. This is bad news because it can slow down your metabolism and make it harder to keep the fat off in the long run. Prioritizing protein intake helps protect that precious muscle tissue, ensuring that the weight you're losing is primarily fat, not muscle. This is a game changer for sustainable results, and then there's the satiety factor. Protein is incredibly filling. Alright, moving on to number 4 on our list of fat-burning foods, and this one might seem a bit obvious, but its importance cannot be overstated: leafy greens. We're talking about things like spinach, kale, Swiss chard, collard greens, romaine lettuce, the nutritional powerhouses of the vegetable world. These aren't just rabbit food, man. They play a serious role in a successful fat loss diet. One of the most immediate benefits of loading up on leafy greens is their incredible nutrient density combined with very low calorie content. You can eat a huge volume of spinach or kale, for example, and feel physically full, but you'll have consumed very few calories. This is incredibly helpful when you're trying to create a calorie deficit without feeling constantly hungry or deprived. Volume eating with low-calorie, high-nutrient foods is a smart strategy. Think about it. A massive salad packed with various greens can fill up your plate and your stomach, providing a wealth of vitamins, minerals, and fiber, all for a fraction of the calories you get from a small portion of processed food. This feeling of fullness can help prevent overeating of more calorie-dense options, making it easier to stay on track with your overall dietary goals. Beyond just filling you up, leafy greens can play a role in improving insulin sensitivity. Insulin is a key hormone involved in nutrient storage, including fat storage. When your cells are more sensitive to insulin, your body can manage blood sugar more effectively, and it's less likely to shuttle excess energy into fat cells. Poor insulin sensitivity, or insulin resistance, is a hallmark of metabolic dysfunction and can make fat loss incredibly difficult. By incorporating plenty of leafy greens, rich in fiber and specific phytonutrients, you can help support healthier blood sugar levels and improve your body's response to insulin. This creates a more favorable hormonal environment for fat burning rather than fat storage. Furthermore, leafy greens can help in balancing hormones including cortisol, Cortisol is often referred to as the stress hormone, and chronically elevated levels can promote the storage of belly fat, that stubborn, visceral fat we talked about earlier. While greens alone won't magically eliminate stress, the nutrients they provide, like magnesium and B vitamins, are crucial for supporting the nervous system and helping the body manage stress responses more effectively. A diet rich in these micronutrients can contribute to a more balanced hormonal profile, which is conducive to fat loss and overall well-being. When your body is under less physiological stress and your hormones are in better balance, it's much easier to shed unwanted body fat. Last but certainly not least on our list, let's talk about something many of us, myself included, enjoy every single day: coffee. Specifically, black coffee. Now coffee sometimes gets a bad rap, especially if it's loaded with sugar, cream, and syrupy flavorings, turning it into a dessert. But straight up black coffee, man, that's a different story. It can be a surprisingly effective tool in your fat-burning arsenal. The primary active ingredient in coffee, as we all know, is caffeine. And caffeine is a well-documented stimulant that can have a noticeable impact on your metabolism. It fires up your central nervous system, increases alertness, and can temporarily boost your metabolic rate. This means your body burns more calories at rest for a period after you've consumed it. Beyond just a general metabolic lift, caffeine has been shown to specifically increase fat oxidation. This means it helps your body break down stored fat and release fatty acids into the bloodstream, making them more available to be used as fuel. So, not only are you potentially burning more calories overall, but a greater proportion of those calories might be coming from fat. One of the areas where coffee really shines is its ability to improve workout performance. If you have a cup of black coffee before hitting the gym or going for a run, you might find you have more energy, more endurance, and can push yourself a little harder for a little longer. This improved performance can translate directly into burning more calories during your workout session, further aiding your fat loss efforts. Think about it. If you can lift a few more reps, run an extra half mile, or just maintain a higher intensity, that all adds up. Caffeine can reduce your perception of effort, making tough workouts feel a little bit more manageable. It's a legal, widely available performance enhancer that many athletes and fitness enthusiasts swear by, and for good reason. Coffee can also have a mild appetite-suppressing effect, at least for short periods. Some people find that a cup of coffee can help them stave off hunger pangs between meals or reduce the urge to snack. Alright, so there you have it. 5 powerful science-backed foods that can genuinely help you on your fat loss journey. Green tea, chili peppers, high-protein foods like eggs, leafy greens, and black coffee. These aren't fads or gimmicks. These are real foods with real metabolic benefits. The key, as always, is consistency and integrating them into an overall healthy lifestyle. No single food is a magic bullet, but by strategically incorporating these into your diet, you're giving your body some serious ammunition to burn fat more effectively. Now I want to hear from you. Which one of these foods do you already eat regularly? And more importantly, which one are you thinking about adding to your routine starting today? Maybe you're going to swap that sugary soda for green tea, or start adding some cayenne to your meals, or make sure you're hitting your protein goals with every breakfast. Let me know down in the comments. Your journey and your insights can inspire others in the Tyro Fitness community. And hey, if you found this information valuable, if it gave you some actionable steps you can take, do me a solid, hit that like button, and make sure you subscribe to Tyro Fitness for more evidence-based nutrition and fat loss tips. We're all about cutting through the noise and giving you the stuff that actually works. Coming up next, we've got a video on the #1 mistake killing your fat loss progress. Trust me, you don't want to miss that one. It could be the missing piece you've been looking for. Stay strong, stay consistent, and I'll see you in the next one.